Hello and welcome to Little Piggy's Foot Care. My name is Amanda. I'm a registered nurse. I have been for the past 17, 18 years. I'm also a certified diabetes educator, which is something that I've been able to add to my repertoire within the past 2 years. And I'm a certified, or not a certified, I specialize in foot care. I care for your feet. I went out on a limb, right? Out on a limb and started my own foot care company. So here we focus on Little Piggy's Foot Care on basically everything that can happen to you from the knees down. We look at your skin. We look at different processes that can happen with different ailments and conditions. So I want to start this premise. I want to thank you for viewing our website. That was definitely a labor of love, and I would like to talk to you today about what foot care is, because there's a lot of misconception about there, and we want to say how we do it here at Little Piggy's Foot Care. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. So here we go. So foot care is a nursing assessment of the circulation that we see in your feet. So there are changes that can happen with certain conditions, and you might find yourself, as we age, we have lower vision, which is probably going to happen to me. But anyway, we have a hard time visualizing our feet. We might have a hard time trying to get down there. So clipping our toenails, touching our toes and everything is really, really challenging. And that's when a professional like myself is here to help. Okay. So as we go through our assessment, we're looking at certain things. We're looking how you walk, how your shoes fit. We're looking at what kind of circulation status do you have in your feet. Is it easy to walk? Is it hard to walk? Do you require mobility aids? Would you benefit from compression? All of these things are kind of going through our mind as we go through, and we're visually looking at your feet. So I'm gonna just bring you into our treatment room to continue our discussion. So we're looking at your feet because we care about your feet and we care about your health. And so part of that is that sorry, that's really blinding. There you go. So part of that too is looking at the way you walked. You might walk in with a limp. You might have a sore spot on your foot. It could be a corn or a callus. We care about that, and we make sure that as you walk out of here, that pain doesn't bother you again. So what we do is we look through, we spray your foot with some disinfectant. Is it disinfectant? We call it stanhexidine, which is something like soap and alcohol. And we go through the whole process with you to make sure that both you understand what's going on and you know what we're about to do. Okay? So we spray the foot off with stanhexidine. We make sure we're looking in between toes. We're looking at what your nails look like. Are they thick? Are they thin? Are they brittle? Do they crumble easily? Are they challenging to trim? All of those things. And I assure you, everybody has a story. And we very much care about said story. So then we prepare the foot. It's up. We've looked at it. We compare the pulses to both feet, make sure both feet have the same temperature and stuff like that, just so we have a baseline and know what you need. And then we prepare our cart. Like we use gloves. I have a special podiatry file, rotary file. It's really cool. It makes a lot of noise, but it has a vacuum associated with it. And it's really great for helping out with thick areas. We can use it on your skin if you have hardened heels or fissures and calluses. It's wonderful, and it's kind of one of my favorite features of here. So we sprayed off your foot. We're gonna trim your nails. So we use instruments that have been sterilized. I don't know if you can see up there. And if you ask, we have things like the date, the time. Okay, so we don't have the time, but we have the date, and it's all to IPAC's recommendations. We also have been, I've also invited public health and everybody in to make sure that we're awesome and all ready to go. So we trim your toenails, we clean out underneath. We make sure that if there's any areas of pressure, because our nails can get thick or they can curl differently. So sometimes that can create undue areas of pressure, which cause pain or can cause breakdown. So we trim them out. We make sure that everything is nice and smooth. It's not curled anymore, and so that'll allow you some relief for quite a few weeks. So we're very happy about that, usually around 8. And so I talk about the nails all the time. Then we're going through, we're checking for corns, we're checking for calluses. We'll reduce your callus, and we will take out your corn. And sometimes that requires a scalpel, and sometimes it doesn't. So that's the good part. And we're all trained for that kind of thing. So we're going to use certain emollients and special products to make sure that we treat the skin and we treat the conditions around it. So we're doing that, and then we're finishing up with our health recommendations. So as we go along, your nurse will sit there and talk to you about what they're seeing, right? Maybe you have a bunion, and maybe it's a sore spot. And we would tell you, hey, we see this, and we have some recommendations that you might benefit from. So something like a balloon patch in your shoe, or we do padding and strapping to kind of offload if it's been particularly bothersome and it's caused some redness and some pressure. We might start to build up around it certain products that we use to offload that pressure on that point. And sometimes that's in your shoe, and sometimes that's on your foot. Especially with like calluses and stuff like that, depending on the way our foot is formed, it shows us where we're going to have trouble, right? People with high arches tend to have calluses on their metatarsal heads. People with low arches can have callusing around, especially around the heel. And sometimes around that, the arches and stuff like that, it can get challenging. And then we finish up with some amazing products that we have found are very beneficial. Something from Norberg, it's called Poto Expert. And what we found with this is that it leaves everyone's skin feeling super moisturized. They say that they have Lipo 2 technology, so it also helps to repair the skin too. So it's a really, really good product. And actually I've tried quite a few, and I really do like their products. It's called foot foam. And so it's easy to use, and if you like it so much, you are welcome to purchase it from us. So, and then we send you on your way. And we send you on your way walking lighter, less likely to fall. We look at your shoes before you get out of our seat and make sure that, you know, they're tethered properly, they're helping you and they're benefiting you. So happy feet make a happy person. But also people who have regular foot care, they have a decrease in wounds, a decrease in painful sores that can develop, or like that curving of the nail that can cause a lot of ingrowns and challenges. We help you with that. And there's been evidence, like we've seen evidence within literature that would state that, you know, a foot care nurse prevents 80% of amputations of toes and feet. So we're your preventative healthcare. So thank you so much for coming along with us. We want to make sure that we have your feet feeling healthy and happy as you leave our clinic and come back. So thank you so much. I hope this has been informative. And if you have any questions, you know where we are. So Little Piggy's Foot Care has a physical clinic at 6 Mill Street in Alliston. Not to be confused with Mill Street, New Tecumseh. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and wherever your feet may take you, may you walk good.